Hello, and welcome to a little video about triangle congruence theorems. Alright, first, let's take a look at some triangles, at their sides and at their angles, and let's see what's congruent. Right now, all we're doing is playing match. For congruent sides, we are looking for just tick marks, right? Sides of our triangle are the outside lines. So let's see which sides are congruent. What I noticed first is a single tick mark going from A to B and a single tick mark from D to F. So I can write that AB is congruent to DF. All right, let's see what else we've got. We also have some sides with two tick marks. We've got this side from B to C and this side from E to D. So I can write that B was supposed to be a B. BC is congruent to ED. I don't see any other sides, so let's go to angles. Now I see two types of arches here. I see a single arch and I see double arches. I see three single arches, right? I see one here, I see one there, and I see one here. These angles are all congruent, meaning if we measure them, they would all have the same measurement. So let's write their names. I'm going to go left to right, so I'm going to start with this angle here. All right. So the three letters that surround this angle are CAB. So I'm going to say angle CAB is congruent to. All right. Then we have this angle. I'm going to call this one CBD. And then we have the third one with a single arch, EFD. Angle EFD. Awesome. Now let's do the double arches. We have this one with a double arch and this one with a double arch. So we have angle ABC congruent to angle EDF. Okay, let's keep practicing that. Let's take a look at number 1. We're also going to be practicing our reasons. So reasons, we'll have some theorems that we will use along the way. But when we see tick marks on a triangle or any arc marks on triangles, the reason is given. We were given this marking. So for now, since we're not really proving anything, every reason here is given. But let's take a look at how we'll write our statements. Okay. When we will be doing proofs for our triangles, we want to make sure our congruent sides and congruent triangles and congruent angles are written in an order, a specific order. So, for example, I'm going to start with the tick mark, so some sides in number 1. We have this side and this side. Now, I want to name this one SR. In this triangle that I'm looking at on the left, S to R, S does not have any arches on it. R has 2 arches. So when I name the right-hand side, I'm going to call it BW because it goes from no arches to arches, just like S to R. Okay. The reason that I can say that they're congruent is that it's given. The mark exists on our triangle. Okay. Let's take a look what else is congruent. We have the single arches. One right there and one right here. Okay. I want to name these angles similarly. So in a similar order, kind of how we looked at the sides. So let's take a look at the angle that's T. I'm gonna name it RTS. Angle RTS. Now, if you take a look, letter R has two arches, then it goes to T with one arch, then it goes to S with no arches. Let's follow that same thing for the other triangle. I'm going from, a double arch, so that's W, to a single arch, that's X, to no arches. So angle WXB. And that was given to us too. And then we have the double arch angles that are also given to us. We have it here and there. I'm going to name this one SRT, angle SRT. And the other one, I'm going to name BWX, angle BWX. And that was given to us. Let's try this again for number 2. There are only 2 statements here because I have only 2 markings. Let's take a look at the sides. First, I have this top side from T to D. Then I have the bottom side from D to Z. Why are they congruent? It was given to us. Now let's take a look at the angles. I'm going to start with this top angle. I'm going to call this angle TDM. And I'm going to set it congruent to the bottom angle, which is TZC. Why are they congruent? It was given to us. Let's try this bottom one. If we were in class, I'd make you do this on your own. So if you're following along, maybe give it a pause, try it out, unpause it, and here I go. I'm going to start with the single tick sides. The triangle on the left, the single tick, I'm going to call it SY. And the right triangle, I'm going to call AY. Why are they congruent? It was given to us. They're marked on the picture. Next, let's do the double sides. This side is ZY. This one is MY. Why are they congruent? It was given to us. Now let's do the angles. I'm going to start with the left angle. I'm going from S to Y to Z. So I'm going from my single tick side to my double tick side. Angle SYZ. I'm going to follow that same order here. I'm going to go from single tick to double tick. Angle AYM. How do I know they're congruent? It was given to us. The picture was marked. Now, let's put it into some proofs. There are 3 ways that we can tell that triangles are congruent. Here they are. We abbreviate them with S's and A's. If you want to jot it down, S means side, A means angle. So here's the 3 possibilities. 1, side, side, side. All 3 sides are the same. The second possibility, a side, angle, side sandwich. This is what I mean. Look at how the angle is in between the single and double tick marks. Right? It's a sandwich. We also have angle, side, angle. This also should be a sandwich of sides and angles. However, asterisk, angle, angle, side also works. So 2 angles on the side will still work. All right? Okay. So these 3.5-ish possibilities are the only times that our triangles are congruent. If this doesn't exist, if any one of these combinations isn't there, the triangles are not congruent. So let's take a look at some triangles and write down whether or not they're congruent, and we'll write down the reasons. All right, here we go. Number 4. First, let's see what they have marked. I see that each triangle has a side, 2 sides, and an angle marked. Let's see if it's a side angle side sandwich though. All right, so we got side, angle, side. Side, angle, side. Yes, it's a sandwich. They're going to be congruent. Let's prove it. All right, the first thing that I noticed was the single tick mark. So on the left triangle, that's side PN. On the right triangle, that's side VU. And that was given to us. Great. Then let's do the angle. On the left triangle, that's angle PNO. And on the right triangle, that's angle VUW. I need to erase these letters. They're getting in my way. How do I know that they're congruent? It was given to us. They're marked on the picture. Okay, next, let's take a look at the double tick marks. We got ON, and that's congruent to WU. How do I know that was given? So, number 4 that says triangle PON is congruent to triangle VWU is correct. Let's write that down. Triangle PON, I'm getting that from right here, is congruent to triangle VWU. How do I know? Because of side, angle, side. And, all right, let's try number 5. Number 5 states that ABC is congruent to triangle DEF. Let's see what they've got. Well, they've each got a single tick side, a double tick side, and an angle here. It looks like we have A and then S and then S. Unfortunately, this is not one of the 3 possibilities. Triangles are 2-dimensional anyways. They can't have them. So we won't have these true triangles be congruent to each other, but we can still practice writing our congruency statement. So here I'm going to write nope. Cross off number 4 because they're not even going to be congruent. All right, single tick mark. Let's call that BA on the left and ED on the right. That was given to us. All right, then we have the double tick mark, BC on the left, EF on the right. That was given to us. On the left, we have angle BAC, congruent to angle EDF, and that was given to us. Unfortunately, that's all we can do with these triangles. This proves nothing. They are not congruent. Let's look at 6. All right. In number 6, I notice this triangle has an angle marked with 90 degrees. So does this one. We have a single side, and a double arch, double arch. Is angle, then side, then angle one of our congruencies? Sure is. Let's prove it. Okay, let's start with the rectangle angle, the 90-degree angle. With the left triangle, that's angle MAR, and on the right triangle, that's angle GEO. That was given to us because it was marked. Then we have side AR, congruent to side EO, and that was given to us. Then we have that double arch. I'm going to call the angle on the left angle ARM, and the angle on the right is going to be EOG. And that was given to us. And lastly, we can say what number 6 said. angle MAR is in fact congruent to angle GEO by angle, side, angle. And then number 7. Is triangle MAR congruent to triangle GEO? They each have 1 tick mark, 2 tick mark, 3 tick mark. Is side, side, side a congruency statement? It sure is. Let's prove our congruency. First we have the single tick mark, AR, congruent to EO. That was given. Number 2, 2 tick marks. We have RM, congruent to OG. And lastly, the triple tick mark on the left, MA, congruent to GE. That was given to us. And we can say that number 7 is correct. MAR is congruent to GEO by side, side, side. Now, this requires lots of practice, which is what we're going to be doing after this lesson. If you have any questions, please ask me or whoever else is helping you out. Otherwise, have a wonderful rest of whatever day it is for you. Bye!